And to present now another category, Books for Young People Awards. We're pleased to have with us once again two-time winner in this category, Joan Bauer. She's just a wonderful lady here with us every year as well. September will be the release of Joan's number 12, young adult novel. It's called Tell Me, story of a funny, brave 12-year-old girl who sacrifices greatly to help someone in need. Another good one, I'm sure. Joan is now also a playwright, you should know, and a lyricist, having turned her popular book Squashed into a musical for the stage. So many gifts, young lady, you're the best. And we dress the same tonight, you know that? We're coordinated, except we don't have the same shoes. That's the only thing. Anyhow, please welcome Joan Bauer, ladies and gentlemen. Are you going to sing for us tonight?
No, I won't sing.
You won't sing tonight? Okay.
No, I won't do that. So good to be back. So good to be back. And we are here, of course, to celebrate the power of lighting a candle. And all week, I have to tell you, I was thinking about something that I got to see last month in Prospect Park. I don't know if any of you were able to go and see the Judy Chicago fireworks display. It was called Butterfly for Brooklyn, and she's 75 years old, this wonderful artist, and this is an artist. She creates large. That's just the way to talk about her. And my husband and I were so excited about going all week long. We just knew that this was something we wanted to do. And I must say that she created this event to celebrate her 75th birthday, and I thought, how much better to celebrate with a big fireworks display than like having just some friends over and, you know, hitting a piñata or something like that and having cake when it's over. Anyway, so that day, I was exhausted. I got 4 hours of sleep. I had way too long a day. 7 o'clock came, and I looked at my husband. I said, I know this is important, but I am simply done. I can't go. He said, you'll so regret it. I said, I know, but I'll watch it on YouTube. He said, it's historic. I said, I know, I'm just too tired, and it's been raining, and it was a day kind of like this. And I'll stand in the park, and I'll be wet, and they probably will cancel it because it's raining. They didn't cancel it, and we went. It was a 4-block walk from my house. We got there, nothing happened. For about a half an hour, there were firemen walking around, and I thought, gee, has something terrible already happened? I didn't know what was going on. We saw a butterfly shape, and all of a sudden, when you're just about ready to give up, there was a flicker, and then another one. And firemen on either side began to light the flares that made the butterfly. And you would think that it would just completely burned quickly. Oh no, it was slow. And it just moved, and it made that butterfly wing, and I was transfixed by this thing. And then there were fireworks. I didn't know there were going to be fireworks. And they kind of, wonderful ones that kind of go up and they drip down like wisteria plants. It was so powerful. And then this huge man who looked like he could be in the NBA came in late and stood in front of me. And I thought, sir, didn't your mother ever tell you that when you come in late and you're that big, you need to stand in the back? This is a historic event. I'm coming here to experience this creative excitement. And when the evening was over and the smoke was still in the air, and my husband and I walked home together, and I tucked my hand in his, and I said, honey, I never doubted you. But I say that because of the power of light. And I say that because light is beautiful and it jumps from thing to thing. And I think the Christopher Awards are like that. I absolutely do. I think that fire and flame and candle is the right image to talk about when we talk about this award. I know that there are a lot of fire lighters out in this group tonight. There might even be a few flame throwers. And definitely I know that we have our share of firemen. And I commend you all for staying the course, probably getting a little burned, you know, along the way, probably having to deal with some inclement weather, but still doing it. But because you did that, I think that your flame burns a little bit brighter, and it's certainly going to burn longer. So thank you. Here we go. For preschool and up, Maya was grumpy. I can relate. Written and illustrated by Courtney Pippin Mather, published by Flashlight Press. When Maya wakes up feeling grumpy, gloomy, grouchy, and growly, she tries to spread her bad mood to her cat, her little brothers, and even her grandmother. But Grandma is pretty sharp, and she knows that the best way to handle angry little girls is through silliness. Instead of scolding Maya, Grandma suggests hunting for hippos, tickling tarantulas, and swinging with monkeys after breakfast. Maya's scowls soon turn into giggles, making this cheerfully illustrated book an ideal read for all grumpy children and the parents who love them. We are pleased to have with us author and illustrator Courtney Pippin Mather. For kindergarten and up, The Year of the Jungle, Memories from the Home Front by Suzanne Collins, illustrated by James Proimus, published by Scholastic Press. Susie loves the Ogden Nash poem her dad always reads to her about a dragon who acts brave despite feeling afraid. And that poem becomes more relevant when her father is sent to fight in Vietnam. And at first, Susie imagines him in a jungle, like her favorite cartoon character, but as time passes and his postcards ask for prayers, her worries grow until he finally returns home. This autobiographical story offers a timeless reflection on the anxieties that children face when their parents are at war. How a scared but brave dragon can bring us all a little comfort and healing. Accepting for author Suzanne Collins and illustrator James Proimus, our Scholastic Press editor Emily Seif, and publicity manager Sheila Marie Everett. One of the great things about writing for children is the mail that you get. And one of my favorite letters ever from a little fan said, "Dear Mrs. Bauer, my teacher said we have to write to a living author." And I'm hoping that you qualify. For ages 6 and up, The Matchbook Diary by Paul Fleischman, illustrated by Bagram Batui, did I say it? What a gorgeous name. Published by Candlewood Press. A little girl visits her great-grandfather for the first time and becomes captivated by his collection of matchboxes, each of which contains an object from his past. Through items like an olive pit, a fish bone, and typesetting letters, she learns about her great-grandfather's poor childhood in Italy, the challenges he faced as an immigrant in the United States, and the pride he took in learning to read and becoming a book printer. In a warm and engaging way, the Matchbook Diary reflects on the importance in passing on your family history to the younger generation. Accepting for the Matchbook Diary is its illustrator, Bagram Batui. Ages 8 and up, Flora and Ulysses by Kate DiCamillo, illustrated by K.G. Campbell, published by Candlewood Press. When a hungry squirrel gets sucked into a vacuum cleaner, he emerges, well, this will make us all want to vacuum more. Listen, wait. When a hungry squirrel gets sucked into a vacuum cleaner, he emerges with the power to fly and write poetry. 10-year-old Flora Bell Buckman immediately considers him a superhero, names him Ulysses, and adopts him as a pet. The rambunctious rodent's devotion soon breaks down the walls of Flora's cynicism, loneliness, and anger about her parents' divorce. Through a series of comical and poignant adventures, Flora and Ulysses shares a message about opening your heart to forgiveness and realizing that there's so much more beauty in the world if you believe in miracles. Accepting for Flora and Ulysses is the group editorial director for Candlewood Press, Joan Powers. And for ages 10 and up, The Boy on the Wooden Box by Leon Layson with Marilyn J. Herron and Elizabeth B. Layson, published by Athenaeum Books for Young Readers, Simon & Schuster. 10-year-old Leon Layson's life changed when the Nazis invaded his homeland of Poland, bringing deprivation, persecution, and evil with them. Yet this powerful memoir is actually a story of hope, thanks to Leon's relationship with a hero disguised as a monster, namely Oskar Schindler, the Nazi who saved over 1,000 Jews by putting them to work in his factory. Leon was so short he had to stand on a wooden box to get his job done. But that job allowed him and several members of his family to survive the war and begin new lives in America. Though Leon passed away in 2013, this book remains a testament to his spirit, which never allowed the world's darkness to overcome its light. We are so honored to welcome Leon's wife of 47 years tonight, co-author Elizabeth B. Layson. And that completes the Books for Young People Awards. We recognize, we applaud, we celebrate, we thank you for all of your dedication to young readers.